From the Empire State to the Golden Gates, this is Quad Radio USA.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Now, with all the dirt from the world of ATV motocross and GNCC racing, here's Mr. 10 Seconds. Rodney Tomlin.
Hello and welcome to Quad Radio and the E-Racing Quad Radio Show as we take the show on the road here at Quad Radio, and been spending some time down in beautiful sunshiny Florida at the Decker Training Facility, where we've caught up with a whole host of different riders. And a couple of riders that we caught up with include our good friends, the Ford brothers, both Cody and Bryce Ford, as we have two great interviews, and I think you're going to want to stick around for both of them. We want to say thanks to the many folks that make it all possible, including our friends at E-Racing. And, of course, be sure and look for a great E-Racing team member near you at one of these great ATV motocross races coming up soon. Also, a special shout-out and thanks to our friends at Phoenix Racing, Teatley Energy Racing, also the Decker Training Facility for giving us this wonderful opportunity to be with them this week in Florida. And, of course, I want to say thanks to DP Brakes, as well as our good friends at Ford Brothers Racing, Ladon Racing, welcoming our friends at Magna One Motorsports, a big supporter of the GNCC side of things. Also, All Task Construction, Rob Boehner and the folks over there. And, of course, our friends at D6, the Ultimate Quad Series. We want to send a shout-out to them. JSR Motor Designs, AMSOIL, John Coffey, your independent AMSOIL dealer, and so many folks that make it all possible. We appreciate them. We appreciate you. Stick around. Cody Ford, followed by Bryce Ford, coming up here on Quad Radio and the E-Racing Quad Radio Show.
I'm Cody Ford, and I'm from Springtown, Texas, and I race the AMA Pro ATV class.
Cody, we're down here at beautiful Fountain, Florida at the County Line MX Decker Training Facility. You made your way in overnight last night. Your brother's been here for a couple of days, so tell me a little bit about what's been going on. Why are you making it in so late and keeping such late hours, young man?
I had to get out of class the other day because I go to college, and Bryce isn't in college right now, so I had to wait until I could not miss days of school.
Right on. So you're a full-time college student and an AMA Pro ATV racer, huh?
Yeah, I go to school 2 days a week, and then even on those 2 days I still train and ride. But
so how many hours are you carrying right now as far as college goes?
I don't know, I do 5 classes on Tuesday, Thursday, so I don't know what that is to hours. I never got good at the hours thing.
You just know you're doing what you can do to try to fit everything in then, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? So is it all working out for you? Are you finding a good balance between education and your training?
Yeah, I would say so. The first year was rough, like the first year going to college and that, but this year's a lot easier.
So you're actually going on campus to college?
Yeah.
So it's not a virtual thing. You got to go to school and then go to teachers. Has it changed much for you over the last year in college, taking college courses?
Just making sure that I'm in not in a virtual class. Just virtual classes are hard because you get caught up with training and you push stuff off, and then you end up doing everything at like 12 o'clock at night, and that's just so like in-person classes are better just for the fact of that you have to be there at 9 a.m. in the morning and you have to have the work done.
So it works out better for you. I can see, you're right, I can see where it'd be easy to procrastinate some of that stuff till later at the night and then just kind of let it slide by the wayside. But it sounds like you're doing the right thing, Cody, and I'm proud of you for that. Sounds like you have also been busy this off season. You and your brother training quite a bit. Now, have you been able to train at the intensity that Bryce has been training at?
Oh yeah, we're both at the same intensity. I don't really lose that many hours just because I get up early enough and then I come back early enough to where I don't, and they work with it a lot. Like whenever they take their days off in the week, they try to make them fall on the days I have school so that we're all on the same schedule, because it would be pointless if we were all on different schedules and all trying to train together.
Right on. That makes a lot of sense. You've been in the pro class. This will be what, your fourth year?
This will be third year.
Third year of AMA Pro ATV racing. And already, I mean, your rookie season, you had a pretty stellar rookie season. I will go out on a limb, and I don't think I'm going to hurt your feelings by saying, but I don't think last year was anything like what you expected, what you hoped for, what you wanted.
No, we started the year off bad, and then I just never got back my momentum back. I was really good a week before Daytona, and then right before Daytona, 2 or 3 days before the race, I fell off and broke my pelvis.
And I don't think people realize that. Yeah, you hear that and you go on, oh, well, he's riding, he's got a broken pelvis, but I don't think they realize what sacrifices you made and still rode in the pain and everything that you were in with that broken pelvis.
Yeah, because when you ride, you're not allowed to take any medication to numb the pain, so it's all whatever you can handle is as hard as you can go.
So you were basically doing that on Tylenol and ibuprofen, acetaminophen and ibuprofen last year, and you didn't get a chance to take. But wow! Had you not continued to race, had you not pushed yourself, what was the healing time like for an injury like that?
I think it was the same time as it was whenever I raced. I don't think I damaged anymore. I mean, I talked to some, it wasn't a decision that I made just on a whim. I talked to some people before the race because I've got some really good medical people in my corner, such as Cody, which I'm sure you've met. He's a sports med guy. He knows a physician. Whenever we got that x-ray, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, and we had a orthopedic on the line by Monday, no later, and he said, it's good, you shouldn't be able to hurt it. I mean, it broke in a weird spot. Is what happened is the tendon pulled the bone, and that's what cracked the bone and made the fracture of the break. And he was like, as long as you can deal with the pain, you shouldn't hurt it. And as always, I was really concerned with was coming back off the bike, because that would really have hurt us, and that's what would have put us even further behind.
But you were able to gain some points, and in that first round, round two, how were you for round two? Were you back to 80, 90%, 70%?
Round two was good. It just was not, I just did not have the season I wanted last year. Round two, I think, was actually good, but I did come off there. And then round three, I got going down that hill at Muddy Creek that you come after the start. I got the bike taken out from underneath me. Someone hit me in the air. Just little things like that.
So with that being said, I mean, you had what I would say was a pretty decent rookie career. And then you had a lackluster sophomore career. So you've had the good, you've had the bad. Now it's time to settle in and move forward, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
So what steps have you been taking to make that possible to move forward here in this off season? I know you guys have got a pretty intense thing going on down where you live in Spring in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I've been riding, I've been doing everything. I mean, last year, I don't think it was a lack of training or lack of anything. It was just, I kept hitting walls every time I'd get the bike taken out from underneath me. I'd wipe out. It just wasn't a good year for me. But definitely the way this year's going, it looks like it's going to be way better, and we might be able to get a second career podium this year.
So you feeling good then?
Oh, yeah.
What, other than the injury, anything different this year? I mean, are you feeling as strong as you felt before the hip injury last year?
I feel super good on the bike, and I switched brands, and I've really adapted, I feel like, pretty quick. I'm now on a Yamaha. I was on a Honda last year, and we were struggling with the roughness of the tracks with the Honda, and I'm thinking and hoping that the Yamaha will get through the rough better.
Now talk a little bit about your confidence. You used to be a kid that was full of it. I mean, you were a young man, it was all confidence. And I'm going to say, as a rookie, you were full of confidence. Last year, your confidence seemed to take a little bit of a blow. Do you still feel the confidence that you felt before?
Oh yeah, I still have the confidence I felt. Like last year, I just kept coming off the bike, and I'm not normally a person who makes mistakes. I'm very, very consistent when I'm normally on the bike, and so coming off is very unusual for me.
Aside from the fact that you know what it's like to be a rookie now, you've got your sophomore season out of it. What's new? What's different? What's exciting about this year? What's the same about heading into this year?
The new and exciting thing is testing this Yamaha and going head-to-head with everyone to see what it can do. I mean, the engine's completely different from the Honda, and it's a whole new set up, and we're just going to show up to Daytona and see where we stack up, because I've never raced these guys on the Yamaha before.
So new and exciting. That's good. Expectations. What do you expect out of Daytona? You've not done bad there. I think your rookie season you had a great race there, right?
No, I didn't actually. Thomas checked up in front of me. Hold on, I gotta wait. No, my rookie season, Thomas checked up a wall jump, and I got the 13th over here. Last year was actually, I think I've done the same finish at Daytona both years. I got 13th and 13th, because I got, the first year, I came up short on a double because Thomas brake checked me on the face, and then the second year, I was just rolling because I had that broken hip, and I got 13th and 18th, so.
What do you expect out of this season?
Oh, we're going for a top 5. I mean, last year I was watching some of that race, and if I didn't get hurt, I would have definitely been in the top 5, no problem.
I think there's a lot of competition this year. I mean, from what I understand, not only do we have the top guys returning, probably the only top guy that I can think of that's not returning is Thomas, but we've got several new faces that are going to be donning the AMA Pro ATV rope, from what I understand, this year.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that I have an advantage on them because I'll be calmer than they are, because definitely when you get your first pro race, and then even to get up front and try to lead it, a rookie's not very good at leading the race. It's very, very difficult to run up front with those guys, and especially at the level they run. It's a totally different level. And a lot of people get up there and they focus on the other guys riding instead of themselves. So I'm just going to try to focus on myself this year and just really push up to the front. If I come out bad in a race, I'll just work my way back up to the front, because I think my endurance is going to be better this year.
Any shout outs or parting shots you want to leave?
I can't thank Mark Baldwin enough, JB with JB Motorsports, my parents, and then Fly and everyone else who's helped me out.
Alrighty, sounds good. Good luck to you. Have a great 2021 season.
Thank you.
XC Parts Solutions is now available trackside at all GNCCs. Open Friday, noon till 6, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. XC Parts Solutions is a Moose Racing and Parts Unlimited dealer with a great inventory of Moose Racing products along with needed parts for bikes and quads. If you need raincoats, they got them. Umbrellas, they got them. Elephant ears for those mud races, they got them. Dry erase boards and markers, they have those too. Come by for a great deal on a great selection of Moose goggles and tear-offs used by a number of GNCC racers, located on Vendor Row next to the Moose Racing Transporter. XC Parts Solutions can take orders at the track and it can be shipped right to your house. Late need orders for in-stock products received before noon on Wednesdays can be picked up at the track. Email xcpartsolutions@gmail.com, on Instagram @xcparts, or give them a call at 931-854-1100 or 931-261-2004. And don't forget, all racers will receive rider support pricing from XC Parts Solutions.
Did you know you can save up to 25% and receive free shipping on great AMSOIL products with their preferred customer program? AMSOIL also has special pricing arrangements and free shipping for commercial accounts such as trucking companies, loggers, landscapers, and businesses like yours. Or if you have a business and would like to begin selling AMSOIL products, you could qualify to participate in the AMSOIL retail account program. You could become an independent AMSOIL dealer and build and grow your own profitable businesses. For more information, call John Coffey, your full-service AMSOIL dealer, at 877-694-4763 and leave him a message. John Coffey and AMSOIL, your first call for synthetics.
Hi, I'm Walker Fowler, and this is a DP brake rotor. And these are DP brake pads. Larry Mills and DP Brakes have been a part of my program for over a decade. Recently, we completed the Heartland Challenge, a 10-hour ATV endurance race that is not only physically demanding, but demanding on my machine and my parts. And that is why we choose DP brake pads. At the end of the race, we had 0 brake failures, and they looked brand new. If you aren't using DP brakes, what's stopping you? Literally.
Hi, this is Stephanie from JSR Moto Designs. JSR Moto Design specializes in replacement Nerf bar nets for all makes and models that can be fully customizable to your needs. Our custom apparel can be specifically designed for your race team. We can help make what you wear personal on and off the track, including embroidered or printed hoodies, jackets, t-shirts, hats, jersey lettering, butt patches, and more. Check us out at jsrmotodesigns.com or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
What's up, everybody? It's Bryce Ford here. I'm number 4. I race ATV Pro. I'm from Springtown, Texas.
Bryce Ford, welcome to Quad Radio again. I know it's been a while since we've had a chance to talk, and since last we talked, man, you've had a rather exciting rookie season in that 2020 year. I know there was a lot of crazy things going on, and believe it or not, you didn't even get lost in all the mix out there last year with the craziness of the pandemic and everything. But welcome to beautiful sunshiny Florida. Just escaped Texas, huh? And it's pretty nasty down there from what I understand.
Yeah, honestly, it was snowing last week, and we only took one day off. We came back from Houston. We were training at 3 Palms on their GP track. We came back, and my dad had this I-beam from an old setup he used to do at a car show, and we got the I-beam behind the tractor. We drug the whole track. The snow actually came off. My brother went in the dozer that night, got all the snow off. We rode the next day. It was a little muddy. And then we looked at the forecast this week, and there's some rain there, so we decided to come to Florida, and we're here at Deckers, and honestly, it's super nice, and I'm super excited for Daytona.
Now, you guys normally stick to yourselves. You don't do a lot of traveling in the off season and preseason. Do you guys? Is this traditional for you guys to come down this early for Daytona?
Honestly, nothing's the same this year. So I switched to Yamaha, as a lot of people know, and I was getting honestly super comfortable on my track. I was staying very close in lap times the whole time through the moto, and I felt really good, and I still feel good. But one thing we know, I need to ride other tracks to learn the bike and to see what it'll do. So there's no better chance to come to Florida right before Daytona and try these sand tracks. We're gonna stay here a couple days. We're gonna go to Waldo. We're gonna go to Orlando MX. Just anywhere we can ride. I'm gonna try to get used to the bike and just see what it does, because right now I feel super comfortable and I'm confident going into Daytona. I know we're still 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out, and I just need to stay confident, keep doing my thing, and I think it'll all play out good. I just need to stay focused and do my thing.
So, yeah, man, pretty exciting that you made the switch. There's a lot of people made a switch from Hondas this year to Yamaha, Joel being one of those. Was he a deciding factor in helping you make your decision when you seen him go to the Chaparral Yamaha?
Honestly, I heard him and Thomas saying some things at the banquet about just like how the Yamaha handled and stuff, and me and my dad after the banquet, the day after the banquet, we were going to the airport, and we were talking with Wayne Meridian the day after the banquet, and he's like, to be honest with you guys, I really think like just the overall geometry and the way the bike works, I think a Yamaha would be a great fit for you guys, and one of my biggest concerns is going to a Yamaha is the start, and Joel's a very good starter, so we were like, there's no better time to switch than now, and I want to sort of get better in my career, and I felt like I was maxing the Honda out where we were at, so we made the switch, and honestly, we tested a month after that. We got all the bikes together. Me and my brother rode a Yamaha, and I've never felt so confident on a bike in like 3 laps. I just started riding like a Honda. Everything felt good. And then I rode the second day, and I had a little crash. I posted that on my Instagram story a couple days ago, which hurt me a little bit, but I stayed training, stayed riding. We figured some more things out, and now we have the bike super dialed, and it's just, I think, to me, for my career and for the endurance of my motos, it's the best thing I could have done.
You seem to be pretty excited. I mean, for a rider going into your sophomore season, you seem very confident. I'm sensing you're expecting race wins this year.
Oh, my biggest goal is to go into Daytona. Let's make it out of there on the podium. I just don't want to set any standards this year, really. I just want to do the best I can do. I mentally know what I can do, and my trainers really help me on the mental aspect of things. I'm a lot stronger lining up on the line this year. I know where I should be, and everyone else knows where I should be. It's just I need to focus on myself going into Daytona. Last year I was a little nervous because the whole rookie thing, and I sort of choked up a week before Daytona. I literally stopped riding, stopped training, and it was just a rookie thing. I was putting pressure on myself, and this year I'm just gonna go and ride and let the things unfold, because last year I was super nervous into Daytona, and I ended up getting 3rd in the heat race and then 4th in the main event, which was super good. So this year we're just gonna stay calm, stay motivated, stay riding, stay training, and let it happen.
Let's talk a little bit about your rookie season, Bryce. I mean, you know, people talk about this big step up that you have to make.
Yeah.
Was it as big a step as what they said for you?
So honestly, training with Thomas Brown, I trained with him the year when I was in Pro-Am and Pro Sport, and then the year I went pro, and that was one thing that really helped me. He helped me with the intensity of the motos. We started side by side, so I had a lot of confidence going into my rookie season. But one thing that's not a joke is the intensity of it, and just every rider wants to win. So it's like there's no break from 7th to 1st, like, and it's a full out brawl the whole time. And it's honestly, I'm gonna tell you, from Pro-Am to Pro, there's a huge difference. And I know a lot of people see like I dominated in Pro-Am, Max Lindquist dominated in Pro-Am. And it's like great when you dominate in Pro-Am for 15 minutes, but once you go to that 25 minutes is when your whole world changes, and it's a whole nother ball game. But honestly, last year, I thought it was I expected it to be super hard, and it was super hard, but it went by in a flash. I think me and you did an interview at sunset, and after that, I sort of picked myself up, and I started gaining confidence and pulling starts and leading some laps. And this year I'm just going to go to do the same thing, just keep growing and hopefully one day I can put a race together and win a title or something crazy like that.
All right, what's the key? Let's just narrow it down. We're like 2 weeks away or so from Daytona, a little over 2 weeks away now. What do you think the key to winning Daytona ATV Supercross is going to be for a sophomore like yourself, or for anybody?
Yeah, no, for sure. One of the main keys is just stay focused. Obviously, do your thing. It's a different environment there. It feels a little awkward with all the vintage bikes, and just, it's the Daytona 500. When you show up there, your heart stops a little bit. You're like, wow, like this is a really famous track, and it's different for sure. We got to wake up super early to go do our qualifying. But the key to the race, honestly, is the start. Anyone gets the start and they ride consistent laps, it's going to be hard to pass, because the track turns into a train track. It's hard to get out of the rut once you're in it, and the start's key, honestly. And I've been practicing a lot of starts. I know Thomas Brown was really good on a Yamaha. I messaged him. I tried to get him to come help me with starts, but he moved to Florida, and unfortunately that couldn't happen. But I've been practicing starts. I got PEP Performance Tuning, his wiring harness and his mapping, and I'm telling you that Yamaha definitely gets out of the gate.
For sure, man. Sounds like you're stoked. Sounds like you've got a lot of high expectations for this season. At the end of the 2021 season, realistically, what are you expecting? What are you hoping for?
Honestly, Rodney, I don't make much money at this. I do it for fun, and one thing that I want to do, I want to be satisfied with myself when I take the boots off or take the gear off at the end of the weekend, and I want to put in as much effort as I can for everyone that helps me. Like Mark Baldwin, that guy literally does everything for me. He means the world. Dom, he trains me, he works every day, and just everyone, Nick Hickey, just everyone who helps me. I really want to make them proud of what I'm trying to do, and I don't want to go in there with an expectation and not perform and then be pointing fingers at people. I just want to go in there and try my best and do my best. And I'm telling you right now, each weekend that I don't get on the podium or I don't do what I think I should do, I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to grow from here.
You know, it's odd. It's interesting, and it's neat that you have that fire and that hunger. And I like the way you put it. I mean, this isn't a job for you. This is a passion. This is something you do because you love to do it. winning a race, not winning a race financially doesn't mean one iota to you on a financial standpoint. It's all about the pride. You've dedicated yourself to it. Do you find that as an advantage over somebody that's hungry, so to speak?
I definitely, it has its advantages and disadvantages. I'll push it so far, but then I sort of back off, and that's one thing I've changed this year. I'm gonna try to mentally, when I'm on the track, go to a different place, be mentally there, because like we've known and you've seen me grow up, I've done very good in my amateur and youth career. I've won quite a few races, and now that I've gotten in pro, it was a little different last year. It's like I didn't expect to win, and I was honestly very disappointed in myself. Sort of later on in the moto, I would settle in, and it's gonna be different this year. I'm mentally preparing myself to go to war and to not quit. I will not quit this year. I will do everything I can, and I know that everyone in my corner's doing everything they can. Like I said, Mark Baldwin, just my trainer, just my mechanic, everyone that helps me, and I understand, and they understand that I'm trying to go to a different place. We've made huge improvements since last year. Like I'll be a whole new rider this year, and I hope I can show it to these people, and I hope I can gain some fans this year just by letting my riding speak for itself.
Well, I was going to ask if you wanted to make any parting shots or anything, but I think that right there pretty much sums it up. Is there anybody you'd like to send a shout out to, or perhaps?
I'd just like to shout out anyone on my graphics, Mark Baldwin, Max's Tires Fly, just everyone who helps, my mom and dad, my brother for riding with me every day, Nick Hickey for working on my bike, my girlfriend for just helping me so much, and she's made me grow as a person. And I can tell you right now, anytime I get on that track, I will fight every last bit for what she's helped me with, and I'm gonna put it all out there. SSI decals, just everyone who's helped it really means the world to me, and I'm gonna try so hard, and I will not retire in this sport until I get a title. And I'm telling you right now, I'm motivated right now, and I feel good. I feel like I could do it this year, but we're just gonna go into Daytona, do our thing, do what I've done, and just ride my best and go from there, and work towards Texas once it's a national track, what I'm used to, and see what we can do there.